Hello, this is Lance Rafael Pancho, and our group will be reporting each question that is given, and it will be explained by each member. So here are the members of the group, starting with John Daniel Del Monte, Joanna Mia Scopete, Ryan Joy Carbin, Precious Manlangit, and Lance Rafael Pancho. Without further ado, let's get started.
Good day. My name is John Daniel Del Monte. I'm here to respond to question number 1. A system analysis is a problem-solving technique that involves gathering ideas or information by examining the system's component in order to pinpoint problems and goals. When you run into a problem, it might be challenging to figure out where to look back to make adjustments. While system design is where developers plan for the system's component, interfaces, and how the data is structured behind the scenes. The first stage of the System Development Lifecycle, or SDLC, is called system planning, and it consists of information on the features, objectives, and expectations of the system. A system is made up of multiple subsystems that function as a whole to accomplish a single objective. Usually, a system is built by a large team of individuals. When creating a system, using SDLC methodologies will enable everyone involved for developing the system to have a clear understanding of how the system will function as a whole, and then ensure the success of the system's development. Yes, it is possible to develop a system without taking the necessary time to plan, analyze, and design the system. But there are times when it was built quickly and easily will occasionally fail to satisfy the requirements that the system was designed to have. The use of SDLC methodology does not guarantee the problems will never arise while the system is being developed. But if anything doesn't go as planned, having a defined model might assist the developers go back a step and fix the problem. We agree that choosing a model will take the people involved in constructing the system a lot of time and effort, especially when defining its requirements. But this will decrease potential issues and developers will rapidly implement a new solution as they work on the system. You may occasionally encounter issues that are too complicated to handle without a strategy or plan on how to approach or address them, like developing a system or software. Therefore, it will be difficult for you to remember all the potential solutions that you may have come with. In order to solve a problem successfully, you needed an engineering approach, especially for real-world problems.
Hi, my name is Joanna Mia Scopete, and I am the one who will describe our university as a system, and also to discuss what are the input, output, boundaries, components, their interrelationships, constraints, purpose, and interfaces, environment. And lastly, at the end of this video, I will show the diagram of this system. But before anything else, I will define first what is system. A system has different components that differ to each other, yet they are all related because they all belong in one system, where they work and function well together. Just like pamantasan ng kabuyaw or PNC is also made up of different components called departments with a respective identity that also differ to each other, yet they are related because they all belong to one university. And from there, they also work and function well together. Pamantasan ng kabuyaw as a system also has inputs and outputs. The input will be the students and instructors, while the outputs will be the student who graduated from different courses within the university. The school policies or the student conduct and discipline of Pamantasan ng Kabuyaw that can be found on page 29 in Student Handbook will serve as the boundaries of a system. Pamantasan ng Kabuyaw's different components are the college department, faculty, staff, human resource, business office, college dean, and also the executive vice president office. Although the said components has their roles, what makes them interrelated is that all of them has responsibility to every student and are following orders from the higher authority, such as college dean or the school president. When it comes to constraints, it will be limited the number of faculty and staff within the university. The mission and vision of Pamantasan ng Habuyaw, on the other hand, will serve as the purpose of the system, while the registrar and guidance office can serve as the interfaces. And finally, the environment could be the legislatives, prospective students, and city ordinance. So now, I will show you the diagram of this system. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Ryan Garvin and question number 3 is the task assigned to me. The data for an ATM transaction includes the customer's name, account number, personal identification number, account balance, transaction type, and transaction amount. The student should not be expected to understand the structure or nomenclature of a data flow diagram or processing logic at this point. For example, at an ATM, they should be able to explain how a customer's name is read from the account on his or her ATM card. So, the customers manually enter their personal identification number, and if it matches their account identification number, they are granted access to begin an ATM transaction. They will either inquire about the status of their account, withdraw funds, or deposit funds. If they request to withdraw money, for example, the request will be matched with their available funds and the ATM machine's daily allowance limit. So, a receipt will be issued if the cash is accepted. So, at this point, don't worry about whether or not the student understand the technique or nomenclature. It is more important that the student can analyze the transaction, break it down into components, parts, and data, and comprehend the process. So, this is the data flow diagram of a transaction using ATM machine. According to Paula 2019, this diagram depicts a transaction in which the ATM user inquires about his or her account balance. The holder first logs in by entering his or her PIN code. The bank server database accepts or rejects the code after it is entered. So, if the server agrees, the holder will press the balance inquiry button and the amount will be displayed. So, following the prompt for the amount, the database server will be updated and the account details will be printed. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, I am Precious Manlangit and the assigned task for me is to answer question number 4, which is how might prototyping be used as part of the SDLC. To answer this question, we must first know the definition of prototyping. And according to Morales 2021, a prototype is an early example of a design that allows people to explore, iterate, and realize ideas throughout the process of prototyping before a final product is created. These are like relatively small or scale models of a building that an architect creates, which enables the customer to view and offer comments on what they like and don't like. Long 2022. With that in mind, the use of prototyping as part of the SDLC is surely a great help in evaluating ideas for the creation of a system. It's most well known for its use for the design improvement for the creation of innovative goods, services, and systems. Camburn et al. 2017. To further understand how can prototyping help the development of a system, here is a step-by-step process in prototyping methodology by Arturalia 2022. Identify any potential roadblocks to the prototype to take preventative measures. Choose only the essential features that will be on the prototype to enable to get the most user feedback available. Sketch and discuss designs with stakeholders, partners, etc. Considering their suggestions, indicate the design elements that need to be changed. Adjust and continue to expand the prototype by including new features. When it's complete, share it once again to get their input. If done properly, prototyping has several benefits for the SDLC, including the ability to save both time and money as it is less expensive and less time consuming compared to starting the product all over again whenever a change shall be made. Jeff Teague 2019. Some may say that it is a disadvantage that prototyping is an additional phase for a development process, as well as adding new features that were not initially planned. However, in the long run, this will help in staying in check with the budget and preventing significant last-minute adjustments and making the product have more functionalities to offer. Reeves 2022. In conclusion, prototyping is more of making a product replica than a complete solution. It is an essential part of the system development lifecycle as it provides a precise concept of a future solution and supports its continued development. Dobul Bekova 2021. That's all, thank you.
Hello, my name is Lance Rafael Pancho, and today we are gonna be addressing the question number 5, which is describe the difference between the roles of a system analyst in the SDLC versus a prototyping. First, let us know what is the role of the system analyst and what is the system analyst is up. So according to Chonwa 2021, a specialist who use system analysis and design methodologies to address a business issue is known as a system analyst. These experts provide companies and clients with software recommendations, deploy the programs, and communicate with end users to guarantee proper operation. In line with that, by giving precise instructions, the system analyst guides the system development project. So, again, according to Achonwa 2021, here are the main roles of a system analyst. So, defining user requirements. Second is prioritizing requirements. Third is problem analysis. Fourth is drawing specification. Fifth is system design and evaluation. And sixth is keeping up to date with technological advancements. On the other hand, let's discuss about the prototyping. A prototype strategy highlights the system building block model, creating a workable, scaled-down version of the desired system. It aids in providing a general idea of the system, but does not have all the features or carry out all essential tasks required to complete a system. Since it assists in meeting user and consumer needs, the prototyping process is regarded as an iterative one. It can be put into practice with minimal money, and it can be created using actual paper documents or computer programs that produce the required reports. In connection with that, a prototype is produced, tested, and then revised as necessarily until an acceptable result is obtained from which the final structure of product can be developed. So in overview, the roles of a system analyst are focused on providing best cases on solving corporate issues involving on analysis and design part of the entire conceptual system, rather than prototyping, where analysts and designers instead quickly develop a smaller version in order for users to make a suggestion for improvement based on the prototype. By summary, analysts make their solution to a problem given by their clients. It is also a detailed planning in order to evaluate the development process and also the development cost. But for the prototype analysis, create a delivered version of a project to test them for the users and to validate suggestions for improvement and revisions. Feedbacks are essential for the prototype. It might be difficult for the developers on providing what is beneficial or either unlikely suggestion. The final system is created in accordance with the prototype user requirements. So that's all. Thank you.